So the topic is test for inference. One is the measure of association. The other is measure of goodness of fit. So for when we use chi-square test to find the measure of association or as a measure of association, then we have two attributes, attribute 1 and attribute 2. I have taken this example as attribute 1 is nationality and attribute 2 is height. So attribute 1 uh, can take two values as Indian and non-Indian. And attribute 2 can also take two values either tall or short. So this is a small data, very small sample size of 4 individuals. Two are Indian and two are African. Out of two Indian, one is tall, the other is short. Out of two African, both are tall. So this is actually a paired data. This first Indian is paired with this first tall, and the second Indian is paired with this second option of attribute 2, that is short. So this is a paired data of two attributes, attribute 1 and attribute 2. We make a cross tabulation or 2 by 2 contingency table. It is 2 by 2 because both the attributes can have two values. The such a cross tabulation can be more than 2 by 2. It can be like 3 by 2 or 3 by 3 or 4 by 2 or 4 by 3, depending on how many options or how many values can a particular attribute attain or take. So this is a cross tabulation. So cross tabulation is something like this grid or table. The total of first row is written as capital R1 and the total of ith row or row number I is written as capital Ri. Similarly, the total of column 1 is written as C1 and the total of column J is written as Cj, and this capital T is the grand total, that is sum of R1 to Ri, and this will be same as sum of C1 to Cj. You can total from this side or this side, the grand total will remain same. And any particular box or cell in this grid or table is denoted by the symbol ij, that is cell corresponding to I row and j column. So this is how we write symbolically the cross tabulation. So the cross table will have the observed frequencies in each cell. So in this particular cell and this cell, address of this cell is 1, 1. So this is the observed frequency of cell 1, 1. And the cell 1, 1 have the value of 1. This is the cell which is cell 1, 2. And this cell 1, 2, because this is first row and second column, so 1, 2. This cell 1, 2 have a value of 2. Similarly, this cell is cell 2, 1, and this cell 2, 1 have the observed value of 1. And this cell number 2, 2, have an observed frequency of 0. These are frequencies. So, the formula for chi-square, and to execute the chi-square, you will be provided with the observed frequencies. You need to calculate the expected frequencies. So expected frequency of a particular cell, let us say cell number ij, is equal to Ri multiplied by Cj divided by grand total. So this is how you calculate the expected frequency of this particular cell. Let me admit one more student. He has just arrived. How to admit? Anyway, so this is the formula for expected frequency, and the formula for chi-square is sigma I, sigma j within bracket square of difference between observed and expected frequencies divided by the expected frequencies, and the degree of freedom will be rho minus 1 into column minus 1. So if there is 2 by 2 table, then it will be 2 minus 1 into 2 minus 1, and 2 minus 1 into 2 minus 1 is 1. So for 2 by 2 table, degree of freedom is 1. So this is the formula for chi-square. So let us take this example. Let me admit one student. Actually, he has just arrived. So this is the example. In a particular study, 56 out of 95 lung carcinoma cases were smokers, as compared to 35 out of 100 control subjects. Is there any association between smoking and lung cancer? This is a research question. So data, the given data is as 56 out of 95 lung cancer patients are smokers. This is how we will write the given data. And for control, 35 out of 100 control subjects were smokers. The next step will be you complete the table, and the complete table is like this. Out of 95 lung cancers, 56 are smokers and 39 are non-smokers. Out of 100 control subjects, 35 are smokers and 65 are non-smokers. So this is a 2 by 2 table, and the last column and last row have totals, total of rows and total of columns. The expected frequencies, which I have calculated using the formula as the row total into column total divided by grand total. These are the expected frequencies. This is the approach for chi-square calculation. These are the intermediate values, and this is the grand total. And this grand total will be nothing but chi-square. So the chi-square which we have calculated here is 11.23, and degree of freedom is 1. Since 11.23 is much more than 3.84, it means that there is significant association between smoking and lung cancer. Any doubt? Any student? Any doubt?
सर इसमें भी वैल्यू अगर जो हमारी आती है वो 3.84 जैसे निकला है इसमें, तो उससे ज्यादा होगी तो सिग्निफिकेंट होगा.
This 3.84 depends on degree of freedom. If you look at the chi-square table, which is given at the end of your textbook, for degree of freedom 1, the value of chi-square is 3.84. If your calculated value is more than this value for the appropriate degree of freedom, then it is significant. So for 2 by 2 table, you need to memorize that chi-square value for degree of freedom 1 is 3.84. This you need to memorize. This will not be provided in exam.
Okay, sir.
Any other question?
No, sir.
So then we go to chi-square test as a measure of goodness of fit. So in this situation, both the things are given. You will be provided by observed frequencies and you will also be provided by expected frequencies. You have to assess the goodness of fit between the expected frequencies and the observed frequencies. So objective here is whether the observed frequencies are fitting with the expected frequencies. So this is known as goodness of fit or test for goodness of fit. And we do this by chi-square test. So the formula for chi-square test for goodness of fit is, since there is single row and multiple columns, so I is equal to 1. So there is no sigma for I here. Here there is only one sigma. So chi-square is equal to sigma j. J is for column 1, 2, 3. Within bracket, square of difference between the observed and expected frequencies, these observed and these expected frequencies divided by expected frequencies, and you assess the significance with respect to degree of freedom as number of columns minus 1. So this is the degree of freedom for test for goodness of fit. I have taken one example. In a particular study of 100 individuals, the proportion of blood groups were as follows. This is blood group A, blood group B, blood group AB, and blood group O. And the proportions are as follows: 0.25, 0.15, 0.15, and 0.45. Question is whether it is significantly different from the known proportion of 0.25, 0.25, 0.25, and 0.25. So this is our question. So what is given here? N is equal to 100. So the observed frequencies which you need to calculate are 25, 15, 15, and 45. And how will you calculate these observed frequencies? You multiply the number of sample size multiplied by the proportion. So 0.25 into 100 and it will be 25. 0.15 into 100, it is 15. So whatever the sample size is, in case it was not 100, let us say it was 200, then you have to multiply 0.25 by 200, 0.15 by 200, 0.15 by 200, and so on. So these are the observed frequencies. And the known frequencies are, again, you multiply by the same number, that is number of individuals. So it will be 25, 25, 25, 25. So the next step is, this is our table. These are the observed frequencies: 25, 15, 15, 45, and these are expected frequencies. 25 corresponding to this 25, they are matching. 25 with this 15, not matching. 25 with this 15, 25 with this 45. So whether there is fit between the observed and expected frequencies, we need to calculate the chi-square. And by using the formula of chi-square, this is the formula. I have calculated the chi-square as 24. And for degree of freedom 3, because there are 4 columns, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 minus 1 is 3. For degree of freedom 3, the value of chi-square should be 7.815. And since our observation of chi-square of 24 is much more than 7.815, we say that these observed and expected frequencies are significantly different. So there is no fit between the observed and expected frequencies. Any questions?
No, sir.
So this is end of this lecture.